Has Nintendo's mobile strategy been successful so far? I want to talk a little bit about this because we've seen a lot of stuff come out of Nintendo over the past couple of years. Some of it more successful and some of it a little less successful. So let's dive into some of the things that we've been able to see so far. First off, Pokemon Go, obviously a huge success for Nintendo, even though they don't see all of the revenues from that. That's still killing it. In 2017, Pokemon Go brought in $890 million in revenue. It was the 9th earning mobile game of 2017. So it's not going anywhere. The community for Pokemon Go is still pretty strong. The funny thing is, when you look at the Pokemon Go subreddit, there's a lot of people that are upset that Niantic's not doing more to improve the experience, but they're still playing the game. Things have gotten better more recently, but Pokemon Go, it's a force to be reckoned with. It is not going away. Mario Run. Okay, Mario Run. Apparently it's made about $60 million since it came out in 2016. Not the success that people had hoped that it would be, at least Nintendo had hoped that it would be. It's just kind of a boring game, to be completely honest. I've played it a little bit, and it's fun every now and then, but I just didn't really get into it. I didn't want to just keep playing the game. There's more fun stuff out there to play. Okay, Fire Emblem Heroes is killing it still. Fire Emblem is one of those franchises, it really was revived by Smash Brothers and has become its own, I don't know, tentpole franchise for Nintendo. Fire Emblem made 5 times as much in its first year as Mario Run did. Now that says a couple things here. That was $295 million. That says a couple things here. One of those is that gacha style games really do work on mobile. They still work on mobile, and I don't think they're going anywhere. And the other thing is that the strategy genre, I think, that Fire Emblem implements works better as a mobile game, where sometimes you're doing something else at the same time. Maybe you're waiting in line or whatever. You don't really have the flexibility to play an action game like Mario Run is, where you have to kind of play a whole level all the way through. I know you can pause a level in Mario Run, but I think Fire Emblem Heroes, that gameplay really works on mobile. Okay, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. So I was really looking forward to this one. Huge Animal Crossing fan. My wife and I both are. And you know, it's fun, but I haven't really found myself playing it outside of the first week maybe that it came out, maybe the first 2 weeks that it came out. I just really wanted a full-blown Animal Crossing game. It just made me want to play New Leaf more, is what it did. Now, this is supposedly Nintendo's strategy, is to put out these mobile games and get people interested in franchises that they kind of maybe hadn't played so far, and then get people going out and buying those games. So sales of Animal Crossing New Leaf did see a boost. I think even Happy Home Designer saw a boost after this game hit, which tells us that, you know, maybe this is working the way that Nintendo wants it to, but these games still need to be revenue generating machines in and of their own right. And Animal Crossing Pocket Camp made about $20 million in its first 2 months. I mean, it's not awful, but it's it's going downhill. And the way that they've been handling events and that sort of thing, it just doesn't work with the grind and the repetition. Animal Crossing never feels like a grind, and Animal Crossing Pocket Camp kind of can feel a little bit like a grind. And so I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in how this one turned out. I still think Nintendo could legitimately release a full-blown Animal Crossing game on mobile. It would not be a problem. People would eat it up. That would make a lot of money. So looking at what's happened so far, obviously we know some other things coming down, you know, later this year, like the Mario Kart game. I really think the Fire Emblem Heroes style game is going to be the future of Nintendo's mobile strategy. I think gacha style games, they just work on mobile. It's very obvious that they make more money. And as much as Nintendo came out the gates saying, yeah, we're opposed to this, you know, they had Miitomo, but Mario Run was supposed to be kind of setting the tone for Nintendo's strategy. What we've seen, though, is they've obviously been experimenting with the other games that DNA has been working on with Nintendo. They've kind of all had slightly different monetization strategies, but Fire Emblem Heroes has obviously worked the best, and that game's still going strong. They're doing the typical gacha thing where you come out with a different version of a hero to match a holiday. So, you know, you can have all these different croms. You can have all these different like Lucinas that match any holiday or summertime. So you get them in a swimsuit, whatever it is, kind of what Puzzle and Dragons has been doing. And all these other gacha games have been doing for years now. People obviously still just can't get enough of it. They just want that PNG of their favorite character, and they're gonna shell out for it. So not only that though, like I think that the Fire Emblem Heroes, I don't know, presentation actually complements the Fire Emblem franchise really well. It's introduced people who've never played a Fire Emblem game before to a lot of these characters, and I believe that that's going to have a major impact in the next major Fire Emblem game release. We're going to see, I feel like, a boost in sales from what there otherwise would have been. Now, that's going to be impossible to know. But just with the success from the Switch, I think we're going to see that this next Switch Fire Emblem is going to really, really take off. But the Fire Emblem Heroes has primed a lot of people that are ready for that. They're totally ready for that. One last note. I am 100% confident that there will be a Super Smash Bros. Gacha mobile game at some future point from Nintendo. How could there not be? This would be the money printing game for Nintendo. A Super Smash Bros. Gacha, you could include so many characters, so many different versions, all the characters that people couldn't get in Super Smash Bros. in a console release. You could seriously load up the roster on this with hundreds and hundreds of characters. I mean, the genre already is obviously open to that, and that's what all these other gacha games tend to do anyways. So, you know, looking at this, I feel like Nintendo's mobile strategy, it's been a bit mixed. It's been a bit confused. I think it's been obvious that there was not a, I don't know, singular vision here. They were testing the waters with everything that they put out. And I feel like the results of those tests tell us what, unfortunately, Nintendo didn't really want to do to begin with, and that's that gacha style works on mobile. So we're going to be seeing more gacha style Nintendo games, I believe. Let me know what you think. I know a lot of people around here especially really hate these gacha style games, but have any of you played Fire Emblem Heroes? And what has your experience been with that so far? I would love to hear about that. Let me know in the comments, and we'll see you guys for the podcast. Later.